Are you struggling with how to give feedback to an employee? That's what we're going to talk about today. Hey everyone, it's Sarah. Welcome to my leadership video series where we focus on the people side of business. Today we're talking about how to give feedback to an employee. I'm sure there's many ways to give feedback to your employees. Annual reviews, one-on-ones, and in the moment. So, an annual review, I have a whole video that has tips and some things that you should think about and apply. So you should watch that video. For one-on-ones, you simply do them on whatever interval works best for you and your team. That could be once a week, it could be once every 2 weeks, once a month, once a quarter, whatever works best. But the part about the one-on-ones that's so important is taking the time to build that relationship with the other person. You want to talk to them about how are they doing personally, how are they working on their projects, what can you help them with. When you help somebody, it does not mean you take their work. It simply means that you remove roadblocks and help them figure out what their next steps are. And then in the moments. And in the moment feedback is really just about giving them feedback instantly, whether it's positive encouragement or it's correction on something they're not doing quite right. Now, when you're doing positive feedback, it's simply, hey, great job on doing that report. I think you did a fantastic job on that presentation. Super easy. When you're giving feedback about things that are not going quite as well, depending on who you're talking to, and because we each have different personalities, the way you do that is so important. I remember in a video earlier, I told everybody about a woman who every time I had a conversation with her, I made her cry. And it was because I have a very blunt way of communicating. And I was not taking the time to build the relationship that allowed me to have blunt conversations. So it's our responsibility as leaders to figure out how do we need to communicate with the person we're trying to communicate. Depending on the personality type that you're trying to get feedback to can make a huge difference in how you give that feedback and what kind of feedback you're going to give. Some analytical types just want the bare bone facts. Hey, you did good, great. Hey, you need to work on this, great. While others who are the more social type really want that interaction and connection. You are responsible as the leader to figure out which way works best for your team. All right, you guys, how are you doing on your in the moment feedback, one-on-ones, and annual reviews? I'd love to hear from you. Go ahead and comment below. And if you found this helpful, make sure you subscribe because I upload videos every week.